Tahimik na bayan, pero malaki ang bahagi sa kasaysayan. Tuloy-tuloy ang ating Cavite Challenge. From the busy and highly urbanized areas ng Cavite, ngayon naman, papunta tayo sa isang bayan na medyo chill ang atmosphere. Pero kapag pinag-usapan ng history, grabe, loaded. Welcome to Naik, Cavite. Isang bayan na may mahigit 200,000 residents ngayon. Pero noong unang panahon ng Philippine Revolution, this place became part of some of the most controversial and important events in our history. Dito nangyari ang Acta de Naik. Dito naging bahagi ng revolutionary politics si Andres Bonifacio at dito rin naganap ang mga events na nagpakita kung gaano ka-complicated ang laban para sa kalayaan. Kaya para sa episode na to, hindi lang tayo magdadrive at pupunta sa munisipyo. Pagkikwentuhan din natin ang mga kwento sa likod ng lugar na ito. Bawat sulok ng Pilipinas ay may kwento. Mula sa tuktok ng bundok, sa malalayang pulo, hanggang sa makulay na kalsada ng mga lungsod. Merong isang hindi natatapos na paglalakbay. Dahil sa bawat hakbang, sa bawat destinasyon, may isang bagong kwento na naghihintay. Ang bawat tagpo ay nagpapaalala ng kung gaano kahalaga ang pagmamahal sa sariling bayan. Ang pangarap natin, hindi lang makita ang lahat ng ito, kundi ma-experience ang lahat ng adventures, hamon, at higit sa lahat, pagmamahal sa Pilipinas. Tara, libutin ang sariling atin. Okay, that's 13 Martires City Hall. So next stop natin is konti na lang. Marami pa. Okay, ito na, Naik na. Favorite part na natin. Naik, Ternate, Maragondon. Paakit na tayo ng bundok. So next stop is Naik. Ilang minutes ang biyahe natin papuntang Naik Municipal Hall, Kirangan. Malapit lang, 19 minutes. Paano man nasabing malapit lang? Ang malapit lang at madali sa akin is if 20 minutes siya pababa. Yan, malapit-lapit pa sa akin yan. Next stop natin is 18 minutes. So ito na yung main crossing ng 13 Martires, Cavite. Laki din ng mall, oh. Medyo kakaiba dito pababa eh. Chill ka lang dyan po ay? Yes. Seems like. So we are now at 13 Martires po eh. Medyo pataas tayo ng lugar eh, pero mas tataas pa yung lugar natin mamaya when pag-akit natin ng Tagaytay City. Time check, it's 2:33. Dapat mahabol natin ang kaya ba? Mukhang kaya eh. Mukhang kaya natin makaabot sani ng Tagaytay City ng alas 5 or before 6. Sabihin na natin before 6. So bibisita tayo mga parts and mga Mars sa Provincial Hall ng lalawigan ng Cavite. Ganyan ang spelling. Tama. Sino yan? Nang mapoy.
Sino yan, Dad? That's Andres Bonifacio.
Sabi na.
Yeah. And that's Emilio Aguinaldo. So kung makikita mo, Dad, bakit may mga ano-ano? So yan yung sedula.
Lalaban tayo! Oh! Punitin ang sedula!
Well, may mga design na pinunit niya. Ayun, so that's, yan yung mga papel-papel. Pero ang laki Mga pards, we are still here sa 13 Martires. Papunta tayo ng Naik. Yan, so sa Naik, it's just 20 minutes pero medyo nagstay tayo dito ng matagal. Tagal-tagal ng bahagya dahil nag-shoot tayo sa Kapitolyo ng Cavite. Time check, it's 2:47. Medyo natagalan ng konti. Sana umabot tayo ng Tagaytay. So we are here na sa 13 papuntang Naik. Mukhang aabot. So 19, okay, Indang and Amadeo. And then Silang. So basic na lang yan. So itong 19 checkpoint natin, which is Tagaytay City. Kung mapapansin nyo, yung design ng kanilang Kapitolyo is almost same design ng Aguinaldo Shrine. Tama ba, Sani? Yan parang Dan Winagaywa yung Watawat ng Pilipinas. Pero massive, ang laki. Ang laki. And I wonder if, offices ba yan? Pero ang ganda in fairness. Dangal at pag-ibig sa bayan. Ayos. Alright. Sige, so yan yung bagong Kapitolyo. Social, may helipad. Si Governor may, hindi lang isa, Sani. Tatlo. Alright, we are 14 minutes away papuntang Naik. At bago tayo makarating sa ating destination, ito na muna ang Quick History ng Naik, Cavite.
Naik is located at the southwestern part of Cavite Province. From kilometer 0 at Luneta Park, it is roughly 40 kilometers depending on the route. Normally, kung nakamotor or private vehicle ang gamit, around 1 to 1.5 hours ang travel time. Pero alam naman natin, Cavite traffic. So depende talaga sa oras at traffic situation. Naik is surrounded by several towns. Sa north, nandyan ang Tanza. Sa east, 13 Martires at Indang. Sa southeast, Maragondon. And sa western side nito, we have the coastal areas facing Manila Bay. So kung titingnan mo sa mapa, strategic ang location ng Naik. Nasa gitna siya ng developed northern Cavite at ng mas rural at mountainous southern part ng province. Now, let's get back in time. According to the municipality's historical account, Naik traces its establishment as far back as 1571. Ganun na siya katagal. Pero importanteng sabihin natin na may iba't ibang historical accounts tungkol sa exact development ng Naik bilang isang distinct town. So instead of oversimplifying the story, ang siguradong alam natin, matagal nang may settlement dito bago pa dumating ang modern Philippine Republic. Pero saan nga ba nanggaling ang pangalang Naik? In 1778, Naik was established as a town. Ganun na siya katagal. And it was named after the old archaic word, Kanyayik, which meant town near one another, or the opposite side. Another argument also claims that Naik is highly cultured Tagalog word that means suburbs, or countryside, and over time is highly refined. According sa Wikipedia, Naik is a former barrio of Maragondon. It has multiple accounts regarding the origin of the name. One theory suggests it came from the native response na igik, the sound of a crying pig, when asked by a Spaniard what the pig was doing, which later evolved into Naik. Another theory that Naik is an acronym of Nuestra Adorada Immaculada Concepcion. So hanggang ngayon, walang isang explanation na universally accepted. Universally? And honestly, mas interesting yon because it means na may konting mystery pa rin sa pangalan ng bayan. Pero kung may isang chapter ng history na talagang nagbigay ng malaking importance sa Naik, that's the Philippine Revolution. Noong 1897, Cavite was one of the most important centers of the revolution. And Naik became one of the places where the revolutionary leadership and political conflict unfolded. At dito natin makikita ang isa sa pinaka-importanting historical event connected to Naik, the Acta de Naik. On April 19, 1897, nagtipon dito sina Andres Bonifacio and his supporters. They created a document known as the Acta de Naik, which rejected by the political arrangement that came after the Tejeros Convention. In simple words, may disagreement within the revolutionary movement tungkol sa kung sino at paano dapat mamuno sa isang bagong revolutionary government. And Naik became one of the places where that conflict played out. And this is connected sa isa sa pinaka-importanting lugar na pwedeng bisitahin sa Naik, Casa Hacienda de Naik. Imagine this. Today, parang ordinary historical building lang siya. Pero more than 100 years ago, dito nag-meeting ang mga revolutionary leaders. Dito pinag-usapan ang future ng movement. And dito rin ginawa ang Acta de Naik. So every time na makikita natin ang building na ito, we're literally looking at the place where Philippine history happened. And of course, hindi pwedeng mawala si Andres Bonifacio sa story ng Naik. After the Tejeros Convention, nagkaroon ng malaking political conflict between the revolutionary factions, and Naik became part of the event surrounding Bonifacio's final months. This is one of the reasons why Naik is more than just another stop sa Cavite Challenge natin. Connected siya directly sa pinaka-dramatic chapter sa Philippine Revolution. Astig. Moving forward sa present day, based on 2024 census, Naik has a population of around 236,000 people. That's a huge difference compared to an old agricultural and fishing community at the past. And with Cavite continuing to develop, more residential communities are also growing here. Naik covers around 75 square kilometers. For our comparison, mas malaki siya kaysa Makati City. Kahit municipality siya, malawak talaga ang territory ng Naik. It's a mix of urban areas, agricultural land, coastal communities, and developing residential areas. From the BC Town Center all the way to the rural and coastal communities, Naik is divided into 30 barangays from the BC Town Center all the way to the rural and coastal communities. Another landmark worth checking out is the historic Immaculate Conception Parish Church. Aside from being a religious center, part din siya ng Old Town character ng Naik. At kapag nasa paligid ka ng church, makikita mo yung traditional Filipino town setup. Church, plaza, government center, and the commercial areas all close to each other. Kung gusto mong makita ang classic Filipino town center, you can explore the Naik Plaza. Simple lang siya, pero this is where you can feel the everyday life of the town. Dito mo makikita ang locals, businesses, community activities, and that old town atmosphere. And here's something you don't see every day, a two-headed carabao. Isa sa mga iconic symbols associated to Naik. At bakit kalabaw? Because the carabao represents the agricultural roots of the town. Pero yung dalawang ulo, you can look at it symbolically. One head looking back at the past, and the other looking toward the future. And I think that's a perfect representation of Naik. History, pero patuloy na umuunlad. Pero hindi lang history ang meron sa Naik. May coastal side din tayo dito. Fishing communities, resorts, beaches, and places where you can simply relax. So kung galing ka sa long ride, you can spend an afternoon here, enjoy the sea, and watch the sunset. Fun and interesting facts. Nabanggit ko kanina, Acta de Naik. Naik is home to one of the most important documents connected to the political conflict during the Philippine Revolution, the Acta de Naik. Another is Magwagi. During the revolutionary period, Naik was also known by the name Magwagi. Imagine kung yun ang naging permanent name ng town. Another fascinating story connected to Naik is the claim that revolutionary flag was designed in Sulok Naik. So aside from being a place where political decisions were discussed, may connection din ang Naik sa revolutionary symbols. Alam nyo ba, dating na-ban ang mga pigs or mga alagang baboy dito? And here's one of the weirdest facts. Naik is remembered for being the first town in the Philippines to prohibit pigs from freely roaming the streets. Eventually, similar rules were adopted elsewhere. So yes, noong araw, may traffic rules din para sa baboy. That's Naik. At first glance, parang ordinaryong Cavite town lang. Pero once you start digging into the history, ibang story ang lalabas. Dito pinag-usapan ang future revolutionary government. Dito nagkaroon ng political conflict between Filipino revolutionaries. Dito naging bahagi ang lugar sa final chapter ng buhay ni Andres Bonifacio. At hanggang ngayon, makikita pa rin natin ang traces ng history yon. The buildings may have changed, the roads may have changed, the people may have changed, but the story, nandito pa rin.
So, we are having a quick break. We are still 4 minutes or we are just 4 minutes away na lang papuntang Naik. So we are, or currently I am contemplating about this adventure. And surprisingly, yeah, hindi man ma-express pero it's really fulfilling. Medyo nakakapagod lang din dahil nga we've been driving na for like 9 hours. Pero yun nga, that's the challenge eh. We are doing this to cover the whole Cavite because we don't have too much of that time para ma-cover to. Again, ang agenda nga natin is maikot natin ang buong Pilipinas. At yung Cavite, pinagdagan natin ng challenge. Previously, ang mga episodes natin sa Manila by schedule, like minsan 1 episode lang per run or minsan 2, 3, 6 during the first one. Pero that took me 8 months bago matapos lang yung isang region which is NCR. Itong Cavite, try natin or tatry ko na mas mabilis-bilis at matapos lang ito within 1 day sa pag-cover. Medyo challenging na pag-cover. It's a good thing na kasama natin si Chong para matulungan tayo sa mga footages. It's a good thing na may mga bago tayong gadgets like itong Insta360, kasama na rin yung drone natin for additional footage. And syempre masaya itong adventure na to dahil kasabay natin yung kiddos dyan sa likod. So we get to experience with him yung mga napuntahan kanina, which is yung Aguinaldo Shrine at kung ano-ano pang lugar. At may mga mapupuntahan pa tayo and we are looking forward na umabot or abutin ang sunset ng Tagaytay City. So again, this is a fulfilling experience. Medyo nakakapagod lang pero pahinga muna tayo. So 4 minutes. Thank you Chong sa drinks. Medyo mahaba yung inantay natin. That was 15 minutes. Pero okay lang. At least nakapagpahinga tayo at nakapag-contemplate dito sa ating adventure. Hindi ito kalokohan, adventure to. Walang helmet yung Jollibee delivery oh. Okay, mukhang aabot tayo sa Tagaytay City Sani ng before 6. Kasi magkakatabi na lang to eh. Naik, Ternate, Maragondon. So we are approaching na the intersection. Itong intersection na to connected to doon sa ano bang bayan yung Tansa, yeah. So konektado ito sa Tansa, Cavite. If you'll be turning right, diretso na ito hanggang Tansa, papuntang Kawit. Mamaya, after nitong municipal hall, para papunta naman ng Naik, Ternate, Maragondon. Alright, so ayan yung Naik Municipal Hall. I wonder kung pwede makapasok dyan. Teka lang ha. Silipin natin kung pwede. Ayun, pwede. Pwede. Chief, pipicture lang. Okay. Alright. So this is Nike. Tara mag-thumbnail tayo. Woo. Alright mga parts, Nike. And then dire-diretso na tayo papuntang Mountainous area ng Cavite. Excited na ako kasi gusto ko mismo makapunta ng bayan ng Maragondon. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and please do not forget to subscribe to the channel para updated kayo sa mga videos at adventures natin. That's it for today mga parts and mga Mars. Sana nagustuhan nyo ang video natin today at lagi natin tatandaan, hilig man sa kotse o sa adventures, bakit ka papipili? Hard work pays off. Pwede both.